want everything now. We want everything quick. When life is everything but that. Marriages, we have to understand that marriage is never 50-50. And, you sort of wonder how that idea kind of got out there. I have found that if you stick with it, over the course of your entire relationship, you may have 50-50 over time. But if I look over my marriage, if I were to judge it in year 5 or year 10, there was never 50-50. Somebody was always giving way more. Someone always needed a different kind of thing. You have to evolve with it. And so, yeah, there were times when I felt like I was 70% in and he was doing 30%. But I think that, and I've had to compromise as he has. I've had to, because of the choices that I made in the terms of how I wanted our family to look, I had to take my foot off of my career gas pedal, never putting on the brake, but slowing up a little bit. Those are the natural compromises that are required. And I feel bad when I see young people giving up on their relationships because there are periods of hard. There are periods of discomfort. As I have told young people who ask me about marriage, I was like, you have to be prepared to have long stretches of discomfort. And long, I mean, it could last for years. And don't put kids into the equation because that's just another layer of complication. You love them to death, but they will shake your marriage up and turn you both upside down. So I think it's important for us to be honest in those conversations, not to glamorize what a partnership feels like, because then young people quit too soon. They quit before they've really, played out the full scenario.
Okay, so Michelle Obama did this interview. Looks like she did it maybe a couple weeks ago or whatever. And let me tell you something. The girls on Twitter were trying to eat her up.
980.
Okay? They were trying to eat her up. It could never be me. Periods unhappy. I could never. And ironically, they proved her entire point. A lot of these modern women, these younger generations, these women who are trying to fight against being the woman that their mother was, that their grandmother was. A lot of these women, and don't get it twisted, because modern women doesn't come in a certain age bracket. You got some women with kids that are very grown that have this exact mentality, right? They are not suitable for marriage. They good to sneaky link. They good for the hookup. They good for fun, for a good time. They're good to maybe date, here and there. But they are not suitable for marriage. And over and over and over again, they prove that. How can this woman who has been married for I don't even know how many years, for a long time, come and speak about marriage, and y'all are trying to drag her all because you are not equipped with the tools to stay with somebody for longer than a couple months? Every couple of months, because y'all don't went through that, 3 or 4 phase, you so used to trying something new. So every couple of months, you cause a problem in your relationship with your man so that you guys can go ahead and break up so that you have the door or the reason to finally experience something new because you got bored. You lack stability. Maybe you never seen it growing up. Okay? And so now, instead of trying to change the narrative, you just stick with it. Hold on to it. Generation after generation gonna be the same way. Loving chaos, not being stable-minded, not having a stable household, just flipping and flopping. Based upon your feelings and how you feel. Oh, I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing that. So I'm not going to do it because I don't feel like it. That's how you guys would rather live. Unfortunately. A lot of women want the marriage. I'm sorry. No, they don't. No, they don't. A lot of women want the wedding. They want the wedding. They want to show off to their friends. They want the party. They want to be down. Okay? They want to hang out. They want to, do all these things. They want to prove that they have the bigger ring. They have the bigger, the bigger wedding party. Their color scheme was the best. They had the best, what do you call that, honeymoon? Like, they want to prove all of that.
Are you still wearing enough layers to insulate a last